Hey guys, it's Belts, and today's video, I'm going to be talking about Halo Combat Evolved for the original Xbox. I've been meaning to make this video for a very long time, and it's been a mixture of procrastination and me kind of overwhelming myself. Instead of doing all of that, I'm just going to try and make this video the best I can, and we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, let's start off with... So a quick and brief history of Bungie right before Halo. In 1998, they released a game called Myth 2 Soulblighter for PC, and it had this really cool glitch where if you uninstalled the game, it would just uninstall your PC. This led to Bungie having to recall over 200,000 copies of the game, and it cost them a lot of money. This made Bungie really broke. At the 1999 Macworld showcase, they were showing this new game called Halo.
We are starting to see some great games come back to the Mac, but this is one of the coolest I've ever seen. This game is going to ship early next year from Bungie, and this is the first time anybody has ever seen it. It's the first time they've debuted it. And so I'm very happy to welcome on the stage Jason Jones, who is the co-founder of Bungie and the Halo project lead. Halo is the name of this game, and we're going to see, for the first time, Halo. Welcome, Jason. Thanks, Steve. Yep.
And it was supposed to be a Mac exclusive game. Microsoft sees this showcase and then makes a deal with Bungie. They will give them money to make Halo as long as they make it on their new Xbox console. And thus, Halo was born. That's the history of Bungie. Honestly, I could write more pages about it, but honestly, I don't want to bore you with the finer details, and I kind of want to just skip to me talking about the game. But before that, I want to talk about my full box copy for the original Xbox, because I see this one YouTuber, Retro Rebound, where he does these full box kind of reviews, and honestly, it's kind of really cool, and it inspired me to start collecting video games again. Alright, here we go. Here's my copy of Halo Combat Evolved on the Xbox. It is, if it focuses, it's the Platinum Hits version. I was going to get the original one, but the price that I saw this at was just unbeatable. How much is it? Yeah, like literally $9, and I thought it was just a really cool looking version of the cover. It's gray, it's nice and silver. Here's a spine in case you couldn't see it. And then here's the back. Wait, no, here's the back. I don't really have my glasses, so I can't really read, but it's a description of the game, obviously. And then when you open it up, you have a really nice looking disc. I like that shiny right there. But you have this really nice looking disc with a picture of the Warthog, Master Chief, and I think that's Captain Keyes. It looks like Captain Keyes, but that might just be a Marine. But it comes with a nice little manual. But here's the manual. It looks more wrinkled than it is, but it's just because it's black. But this has all sorts of stuff. It has like, you know, it has a table of contents. Duh, it's a book. It has the controls. It has the story so far. Because I think right before this game came out, there's a book called like The Fall of Reach or something like that, I believe. And there actually is technically a prequel story before this game came out, or like right as this game came out. You got your controls. You got the story so far. You got you know, how to navigate through the main menu, the loadings, and how to save your game. One thing I like is the characters, like the little character index. You got our side, and then you got the Covenant. It shows you all the different versions of the Covenant. It shows Master Chief and how the HUD is supposed to work. It teaches you what each piece of the HUD does, if you didn't know. What they do, basically what all the different gauges do, and then it shows you each weapon. It's got the human weapons, and then it's got like the Covenant weapons, which is really cool. It's got all the different vehicles too from both sides. Also shows you how to start multiplayer, which is irrelevant now. Well, actually no, it's not, because Halo CE doesn't have Xbox Live support. So I guess you could still technically play multiplayer. They haven't automated tips. They have a tips line for game tips. If anyone wants to call that number, feel free. That's the Halo Combat Evolved Platinum Hits case. I'm sorry for the glare. My camera is not the best. Now let's talk about story. If you want to skip all spoilers, head to this timestamp on screen. Alright, now with that out of the way, I think Halo Combat Evolved's story is pretty solid. It's not the most amazing narrative ever told, but for like the first game, it leaves just enough to be desired. And honestly, for a first game, that's all you really need to get hooked into the first game so that you can play the sequels. Like, playing Halo 1 makes me want to play Halo 2, you know what I mean? But anyways, you play as Master Chief, a Spartan super soldier who wears his really cool green armor. We wake up in the Pillar of Autumn, where we're getting raided like a Clash of Clans base by some aliens called the Covenant. We run until we find Captain Keyes, and he tells us that we need to take Cortana and flee the ship, because Cortana is an AI with everything about the human race, including where Earth is, so we gotta skedaddle. We crash into this weird looking ass ring, and everyone on our life pod dies except us. We then regroup with all the Marines that crashed and we rescue them. Side note, the opening shot of this level is super gorgeous, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the game. Captain Keyes is alive, but captured, so we have to raid a Covenant ship and rescue his ass. We then find the Silent Cartographer, which is basically a Google Maps waypoint to where the control room is. We raid the control room and Cortana starts cooming.
You all right?
Never been better. You can't imagine the wealth of information. The knowledge, so much, so fast. It's glorious.
Cortana says a bunch of vague mumbo jumbo, and honestly, Master Chief sums it up perfectly.
Slow down. You're losing me.
We go and try to find Captain Keyes and his squad. You enter what is believed to be a weapons cache, and slowly but surely the game turns into a survival horror game. You search through these dark rooms with your flashlight, and you see Covenant blood all over the walls. Eventually, you stumble on a door that has the corpse of Private Wallace Jenkins. He has body cam footage of what happened to Keyes and co. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest reveals I've ever seen in a video game.
Which is weird, right? I mean, look at it. Something scrambled the insides.
What's that? Plasma scoring?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was an accident, you know, friendly fire or something?
What do we have, Sergeant? Looks like a Covenant patrol. Badass elite units. All KIA.
Real pretty. Friend of yours?
Nah, we just met.
Right, well, let's get this door open.
I'll try, sir, but it looks like these Covenant worked pretty hard to lock it down.
Just do it, son.
Yes, sir. Got a bad feeling about this.
Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
What's going on, soldier?
He's got contact. Lots of them. But they're not coming. They're just staring through us. What the? Oh, no!
Corporal! Do you copy? Over! Mendoza, get your ass back up to second squad's position and find out what the hell is going on.
But-
I don't have time for your lip, soldier! I gave you an order!
Sarge! Listen!
What is that? Where's that coming from, Mendoza?
I don't... There! Mira!
Hold still! Hold still! Let him have it!
Sergeant, we're surrounded.
God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon!
There are too many,
Don't
Sarge!
even think about it, Marine.
Oh, this is local!
Here, Marine. That's an order.
Jenkins!
The Flood are basically parasites that reproduce by infecting and consuming other species.
Parasite! An insect that lives off of other animals. So I play Reckless Parasite, which brings the parasite in your deck to life!
Stay back! Stay back! You're not turning me into one of those things! I'll blow your brains out! Get away from me! Ah! Ah!
Once you make your way back through the facility, mag dumping the Flood, you make it back to the swamp and you meet a mysterious blue orb named 343 Guilty Spark and his sentinels. He then teleports you to somewhere called the library.
Greetings. I am the monitor of Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark. Someone has released the Flood. My function is to prevent it from leaving this installation, but I require your assistance. Come, this way.
Chief, I've lost your signal. Where'd you go? Chief! Chief!
I'll get into why I don't like the library later on in this video, but you make it through the library and you retrieve something called the Index.
You may now retrieve the index. Protocol requires that I take possession of the index for transport. Your organic form renders you vulnerable to infection. The index must not fall into the hands of the Flood before we reach the control room and activate the installation.
The Index has to be taken to the control room. So you go back to the control room, and right before you insert the Index, Cortana stops you and reveals that 343 Guilty Spark almost made you just hit Control-Alt-Delete, as the Index is the key to activating Halo. And activating Halo means you activate the Ring, and the Ring basically is a big universe-ending super weapon designed to starve the Flood so that they can no longer feed, killing them, but also anything within like a whole universe worth of reach.
Hold on now. He's a friend.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's your pal, is he? Your chum? Do you have any idea what that bastard almost made you do?
Yes. Activate Halo's defenses and destroy the Flood, which is why we brought the Index to the control center.
You have no idea how this ring works, do you? Why the Forerunners built it? Halo doesn't kill Flood. It kills their food. Humans, Covenant, whatever. We're all equally edible. The only way to stop the Flood is to starve them to death. And that's exactly what Halo is designed to do. Wipe the galaxy clean of all sentient life. You don't believe me? Ask him.
Is it true?
More or less. Technically, this installation's pulse has a maximum effective radius of 25,000 light years. But once the others follow suit, this galaxy will be quite devoid of life. Or at least any life with sufficient biomass to sustain the Flood. But you already knew that. I mean, how couldn't you?
Left out that little detail, did he?
Still, I must have the index. Give your construct to me, or I will be forced to take it from you.
That's not going to happen.
So be it. Save his head. Dispose of the rest.
After getting betrayed by 343 Guilty Spark and killing his sentinels, we destroy 3 pulse generators to lower Halo's defenses because the ring cannot be activated without its defenses being up, and it's to buy some time just in case they find a way to activate the Halo without the Index. We teleport to what used to be the Truth and Reconciliation, and we fight through waves of Covenant and Flood, only to find Keys in his unfortunate state.
No human life signs detected. The captain, he's one of them. We can't let the Flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do. It's done. I have the code. We should go.
We get the code from Keys, and then we go to the Pillar of Autumn, where we try to activate the self-destruct code.
This won't take long.
Until we get stopped by 343 Guilty Spark.
How much firepower would you need to crack one of the engine's shields?
Not much. A well-placed grenade, perhaps, but why? Okay, I'm coming with you.
After we destroy the generator thingamajig, we try to meet up with Foehammer, only to witness one of the saddest deaths I've ever seen for a side character in a video game. We then rush to the finish line, to the final ship that is available. We escape Halo, and we watch the ring explode, finishing Halo Combat Evolved.
Shut them down. We'll need them later. Can't see a look.
Did anyone else make it?
Scanning. Just dust and echoes. We're all that's left. We did what we had to do for Earth. An entire Covenant armada obliterated, and the Flood. We had no choice. Halo, it's finished.
No. I think we're just getting started.
Alright, let's talk about what I liked. The original menus and loading screens on the original Xbox version of the game are so cool just to like look through and browse. They're really fun to look through, and they have a lot of personality, especially in the custom game menu with all the different game modes and game types. I like Cortana's design in this game. In every other game after this, she is blue, but in this first game, she is purple. The original Xbox graphics looks like its own art style, if that makes sense. Weapons in this game are really basic, but to be honest, it really feels like the original Doom, where each weapon is basically like a slot. You got your shotgun, you got your rocket launcher, you got your pistol, or your magnum, you got your sniper. I wonder where Bungie got the idea for this game. I also like the power-ups to the game. Even though there's only two, there's Overshield, which gives you a bunch of bonus health, and then there's Active Camo, which makes you invisible to enemies. They're really simple and easy to use, and rewards players that explore the levels.
They call it Halo.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance.
Now, as for the things that I didn't like, there's honestly only two that come to mind off rip, and that being the rocket launcher flood. I just don't like one-shot enemies in first-person shooter games. It gets even worse in Halo 2 with the sniper jackals. To be fair, it's like you can kill them, but it's like on harder difficulties, they're really hard to kill. It's really annoying just to get one-shotted. But besides that, I think the enemy balance is literally perfect. Besides that, the only thing I do not like about Halo Combat Evolved is the library level. Honestly, it's a really big copy and paste bloated level. And the reason being are the checkpoints. They're these massive platforms, which I believe honestly are just to be like these loading zones so that it can load all of the library, because there is so much that it has to have like a dedicated loading zone. but like they literally copy and paste it 3 times, and it kind of gets like repetitive after the first like 30 minutes, and it drags on for like an hour than it should.
Yo, Mom is so Xbox Live!
Halo CE's multiplayer is very, very simple in nature. I think I read somewhere where it was like a week before they shipped the game, they just deleted multiplayer and started from scratch, which is fucking crazy. I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me on that. The design philosophy behind Combat Evolved's multiplayer is that they wanted it to be like a party game, like Mario Kart or Mario Party, where you could just pick up, play, and just have a really fun, competitive, but like really casual game. You know what I mean? Something where it's like you're competitive about the score and you want to win, but nothing that's competitive like esports level. Like I wouldn't play Combat Evolved at an esports level, you know what I mean? The only thing that I do not like about the multiplayer is some of the spawns and some of the maps are kind of ass, but besides that, the actual map variety is actually so good. Like I want you to look at some of these maps. And every gun except the assault rifle is viable. The assault rifle is really just a pea shooter and it was meant for the flood and campaign, but everything else is literally just as fun to use in campaign as it is multiplayer. However, you can only play multiplayer on MCC because multiplayer on the original Halo does not exist. It's only through co-op campaign and custom LAN games. While editing, I also forgot to mention one of the things I do like for the game, and that is how complex the AI is. So, real quick, the AI can have like different ranks depending on your difficulty, and not only that, each rank does specific things. And honestly, I may make a whole video about why Halo Combat Evolved's AI is really cool, because it's something that like I just completely forgot about because I was so focused on finishing this video that like I genuinely just forgot about it. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh shit, I forgot to add this to the Halo video. So if you guys want a video on that, let me know. But with that being said, that is Halo Combat Evolved for the original Xbox. I think the campaign is great. I think it only has one really bad level. The multiplayer feels like a party game, but honestly, I really like playing it. All the maps are really fun to play. It has all types of different game modes that, honestly, they need to bring back to Halo. Like, there's so many game modes in this that still haven't returned to this day. But yeah, guys, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe. This video took me literally, I think it took me a few days before this, but I spent all day editing on my day off. And so, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really tried to make it good. But yeah, guys, it's been Belts, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.